Ever wondered why failure seems to follow you everywhere you go? It's a question that has crossed our minds at some point, right? And it's a question that often comes with a heavy sense of dread and disappointment. But what if we told you that failure, in all its uncomfortable glory, is not the monster under the bed we often make it out to be? You see, failure has a habit of showing up uninvited, crashing the party, leaving us feeling defeated and disillusioned. But the reality is, failure is simply an essential part of the grand tapestry we call life. It's not a detour or a dead end, but a stepping stone, a bridge that takes us from where we are to where we aspire to be. Each stumble, each fall, is not a symbol of defeat but a lesson waiting to be learned. Because it's through these failures, these moments of not quite hitting the mark, that we gain the wisdom and experience necessary to navigate the path towards success. Imagine a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble. Each strike of the chisel, each fragment that falls away, is not a mistake but a necessary step in revealing the masterpiece hidden within. Similarly, each failure we encounter is but a stroke of the sculptor's chisel, shaping us, refining us, preparing us for the success that lies ahead. So, the next time you find failure knocking on your door, instead of turning it away, invite it in. Embrace it. Learn from it. Allow it to be your teacher, guiding you towards growth and improvement. Remember, just like a diamond that forms under pressure, our true potential often emerges from the trials and tribulations we face. It's when we're tested that we discover our true strength, our resilience, our ability to rise above and push forward. Instead of running away from failure, let's start embracing it. Let's welcome it as an old friend, a wise mentor, a stepping stone on the journey to success. After all, every setback is a setup for a comeback, and every failure is just another opportunity to grow, to learn, to succeed. Instead of running away from failure, embrace it, for it is a stepping stone to success. Are you among those who never fail because they never try? Consider this for a moment. If you're not failing, is it because you're not trying, or are you trying and succeeding every single time? If it's the latter, kudos to you. But if it's the former, let's dive into why trying and taking risks are so vital. Imagine a young girl, barely 5 years old, stepping onto an ice rink for the first time. Her legs are shaky, her confidence is low, and she falls again and again. But she doesn't give up. She keeps trying, keeps falling, keeps getting back up. Fast forward to 20 years later, and she's a professional figure skater, dazzling audiences with her grace and skill. Her journey wasn't easy, and it was filled with countless falls and failures, but she tried. She took the risk, embraced the failure, and eventually she succeeded. Do you view setbacks as the end of the road or an opportunity for growth? Setbacks. They're like those unexpected detours on a road trip. You're cruising along, windows down, music up, and then, out of nowhere, you're forced to take a left instead of a right. It's frustrating, isn't it? But what if we change our perspective? What if we see these detours not as obstacles but as opportunities? Think about it. When you're driving down an unfamiliar road, you're more attentive, right? You're learning new routes, seeing new sights, gaining a different perspective. Now, let's apply that to setbacks. When we face challenges, it's like we're on that unfamiliar road. We're forced to be more aware, to adapt, to learn. Imagine you're an archer, you take your shot, but the arrow veers off to the left. Do you throw your hands up in defeat? No, you adjust your aim, you correct your stance, you learn from that missed shot. The same applies to setbacks in life. They're not failures, but valuable lessons that can guide us towards our goals. So, how do we turn setbacks into comebacks? It starts with embracing them. Let's face it, nobody likes to fail, it's uncomfortable. But guess what? Growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. Embrace the discomfort. See it as a sign that you're pushing your boundaries, that you're growing. Next, analyze your setback. What caused it? What could you have done differently? Use this knowledge to formulate a strategy for moving forward. Remember, setbacks aren't about pointing fingers or dwelling on mistakes. They're about learning, adapting, improving. Finally, take action. Use what you've learned to make better decisions, to work smarter, to aim higher. Every setback is an opportunity to come back stronger, wiser, better. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Embrace them and learn from them. Because the road to success isn't a straight line. It's a winding path filled with ups and downs, starts and stops, trials and triumphs. And every setback, every detour, is just another step on this exciting journey. So buckle up, embrace the ride, and remember, setbacks aren't roadblocks, they're stepping stones to success. Do you rely on motivation or discipline to achieve greatness? Now that's a question that calls for introspection. We often find ourselves caught in the tug-of-war between motivation and discipline, and it's essential to know where to anchor our efforts. Let's start by understanding the difference between the two. Motivation is a feeling, an emotion that fuels our desire to take action. It's the spark that ignites our passion and propels us forward. But as we all know, feelings are fleeting. They ebb and flow, wax and wane. Motivation is no different. Some days it's a raging fire, other days it's a mere flicker. Now let's turn our attention to discipline. Discipline is a commitment, a decision to stick to your plan regardless of your emotional state. It's the steel in your spine that keeps you upright when the world tries to bend you over. It's the power that pushes you to lace up your running shoes on a cold, rainy morning, or to stay late at the office to finish a project when you'd rather be at home. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and their accomplishment. So, why is discipline more important than motivation? Because discipline is constant. It's dependable. It doesn't waver with your mood or the weather. It's the steady drumbeat that guides your march towards success, even when the melody of motivation fades away. But don't misunderstand. This doesn't mean motivation isn't important. It is. It's the spark that starts the engine. But it's discipline that keeps the engine running, mile after mile, until you reach your destination. So, how do you cultivate discipline? It starts with small daily decisions. Choose to do the hard thing even when you don't feel like it. Choose to stick to your plan even when distractions beckon. And with each decision you'll strengthen your discipline muscle, making it easier to flex it the next time. So, take a moment to reflect. Are you relying on the unpredictable wave of motivation to carry you towards your goals? Or are you paddling with the steady oars of discipline? Discipline, not motivation, is the key to achieving greatness. Do you believe success is a journey or a destination? This statement could potentially redefine how we view success, and more importantly, how we strive for it. Success in its truest form is not a singular event. It's not a finish line to cross. It's a continuous path, a journey marked by numerous ups and downs, trials and triumphs. It's a series of steps, some forward, some backward, but always moving, always progressing. The journey towards success is often filled with obstacles and setbacks, but it's these very setbacks that shape us, that mold us into the individuals capable of achieving greatness. They force us to adapt, to grow, to become resilient. And it's through this resilience that we develop the strength necessary to keep moving forward no matter how difficult the path may seem. Consistent effort is the fuel that propels this journey. It's the daily grind, the relentless pursuit of growth and improvement. It's waking up each day with a determination to be better than you were the day before. It's the unwavering commitment to your dreams, the refusal to give in, to give up, to settle for mediocrity. Perseverance, too, is a crucial component of this journey. It's the ability to keep going, even when the road gets tough, even when the odds seem impossible. It's the courage to face adversity and rise above it. It's the relentless spirit that says, "I will not be defeated, I will not be stopped, I will keep going, no matter what." And through it all, it's important to remember that success is not about reaching a specific destination. It's not about achieving a certain goal or acquiring a specific possession. It's about the journey. It's about the person you become along the way, the lessons you learn, the growth you experience, the obstacles you overcome. Success is not a destination, but a journey. Embrace the journey and never stop pushing forward. Remember, the journey to success is not a straight path. It's a winding road filled with twists and turns, hills and valleys. But it's this very journey that makes success so rewarding. So embrace the journey, embrace the struggle, and never stop pushing forward. Because in the end, it's not about the destination, it's about who you become along the journey.